Hello, and welcome to Nailed It Intuition and Tarot. I am Torch, and I'm super happy to be providing you with a reading today. As you know, for right now, I'm new to YouTube, and I was looking through my previous video, and I was saying and way too much. It was even getting on my own nerves, but I imagine that it's only going to get better from here as I get more into the groove of doing readings and just becoming more aware of my own speech habits. My primary gifts are clear cognizance, which is clear knowing, and clear sentience, which is clear feeling. So sometimes I do struggle to put my feelings into words, but as I said, like everything else, I only anticipate that this will get better with time, and I will try to be mindful, and I appreciate your patience. So coming here today to do a reading on the one energy. So as you know, 2026 is a number 1 year, and January is a number 1 month. So since we have both the month and the year resonating at the 1, I had the idea of doing tarot readings for all of the major arcana cards that reduce to a 1. So that would be the Magician, the Wheel of Fortune, and also the Sun card. So I want to start the reading off today with the Magician. This particular deck is the Guardian of the Night Tarot. And I'm just using this as a placeholder for the Magician energy to kind of set the tone for the reading, since that is what I want to be the focus of this reading. And on the 10th, or somewhere around the 10th of the month, I will post for the Wheel of Fortune, which is the 10 card, and then around the 19th of the month, I will post for the Sun card. So for the primary tarot, just to review the decks that I'll be using for you today, I have the Baroque Tarot, and I purchased this on Amazon, and that's the word Baroque, B-A-R-O-Q-U-E. If I remember to put it in the description, I will, but if not, I've already provided the name. And if I need to clarify with anything, I'm going to be using the Tizama Tarot. So we will go ahead and get started. I'll bless the space. If you like my reading style and messages, please hit the subscribe button and like and share and comment on this video as you feel guided. Also remember that all tarot readings and intuitive messages are for entertainment purposes only. We all have our own intuition, so always use your own wisdom, discernment, common sense, and judgment. You have free will, and you are never under any force, coercion, or spell because of viewing my content. So take what resonates and please disregard what does not. So to bless the space, I'm calling in the presence of the Most High Creator living within us and permeating all of creation and consciousness to join me now. I welcome you and your holy ones of the highest vibration into this space. Any energies or entities not as mentioned are not welcome here and must leave now. Our souls have a plan, and we are grateful for the gift of intuition as mentor and guide. Through this reading, may obstacles to our soul's plan be removed so that we may shine our brightest light into the world. May the roads which lead to the manifestation of our highest path be now open and swift. Please guide the understanding of those listening to receive only what is meant for them without perversion. And may my understanding and speech be plain and clear so that only what is needed to bring peace, truth, wisdom, confidence is spoken. And so it is uttered, and so it is done. So here we go. Please show me what messages that the collective listening to this reading right now needs to know about the Magician energy in this first month of 2026. Please show me clearly. Thank you for the collective. Thank you for their lives. Thank you for their path. Thank you for their guidance. Thank you for their wisdom. Thank you for their path. Thank you for their guidance. Thank you for their wisdom. Thank you for their path. Thank you for guidance. Thank you. Thank you for the path. Thank you for guidance. Okay, we're going to get started here. So the first card I have out is the Eight of Cups, followed by the Page of Cups, the Temperance card, and the Eight of Pentacles. Ooh. Okay, so before I get into this energy, I'll just kind of do a once over of the Magician card. So being that the Magician is the number one energy, typically when you see this card, you have kind of a wizard, which in this deck is primarily animals, but they have at their disposal all of the supplies, equipment that we see within the tarot. So there's the pentacle, the wand, the sword, and the cup. And so representing all of the elements, this magician would have at their disposal pretty much everything that they need to create what they want. And so the biggest question is, what do you want? Because it's a very potent energy, and it's that energy where nothing is actually present, but you have what you need to bring it into presence. And the energy that alchemizes the nothing into something is the intention, and the intention to manifest, and also being very clear on what you do want to manifest. So what I'm getting first from the Eight of Cups is that, you know, we have the energy here of walking away from what's no longer serving you. But sitting next to the Page of Cups, I'm feeling like you left the Eight Cups to go pursue the ninth, which is the Page of Cups. So I feel like you've already walked away and come across that missing cup that you need to feel that sense of wish fulfillment. Being that it's a Cups energy, this is definitely going to be a feeling, something that is resonating with your heart space, a passion, something creative, something that you feel really intensely and strongly about. So in addition to this, with the Temperance card here and the Eight of Pentacles, what it's showing me is that you've already started to be very balanced and moderate, I'm feeling, in the approach to pursuing what it is that your heart has taken hold of. So say that this is a passion project. You want to start painting. You want to start creating arts and crafts, or just, you know, it could be anything, you know, creating a new business that you feel very passionately about. I feel that you're already in the works of studying to master this new endeavor that you have, but you're being moderate about it. What I like about the Temperance card is that there's a certain level of patience and care that I feel you are exhibiting in your pursuit of this. So this is a very patient process. So even though you have this desire, this yearning, in fact, for a thing, you're approaching it very patiently. I feel like you know it's going to take time for this to mature, for it to grow. And you're gathering all of the information, you know, you're taking the courses, you're maybe saving your money, maybe you're working to get more money or resources in general in order to have what you need to pursue this new thing that you want to create. So in terms of the Magician energy, you know, I always walking away and in pursuit of something. And it's not even maybe that the Eight of Cups, I don't even feel in this case that the Eight of Cups maybe was even something that wasn't serving you. I just think that maybe you looked at those Eight of Cups and you said, this ain't enough. I need more. I have room, I have space, I have the desire, and it's almost there, but it's not quite there. You know, it has that energy of going out on the search, on the hunt for something. And just how the way that this card is pictured, it's kind of even giving me some hermit type energy. Now, the Page of Cups can also represent, you know, offers of love. So maybe you're putting out an intention that you've gotten as far as you can go on your own, and what you're in search of is to have your heart space filled. And maybe that can be filled by another person. So it might not just be a thing, a hobby, or something like that that you are passionate about. This could be in pursuit of a relationship that really fills the heart space as well. And you want something that's kind of blessed, that's kind of divinely sent. This Temperance card, I feel like, you know, you're not going out here just willing to accept anything that comes along. You know, it has to make sense. It has to add up, and it has to keep in mind, you know, the mind and the heart. You know, the Temperance card has typically 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on land. So if we think about those earth and water energies, it means to me that this has to be both practical, like it has to fit my life, it has to make sense for my lifestyle, for my schedule, for all the earthly, materialistic, you know, earthbound, worldly things that we need to do, you know, just because we're embodied on this planet. But at the same time, it has to fulfill the heart space as well. So I feel like this is, like I said, a very balanced approach to pursuing it. And I think, you know, that this is going to take some effort. And the effort that I see here is that, you know, let me get my shit together. Let me get all my ducks in a row. Let me get my house in order to prepare for what it is that I am expecting. So this is proper utilization, I would say, of this Magician energy, because you're not rushing into anything. Like you've got the gut feeling, you've got the notion, but now you're putting work to it. You're putting in the effort behind it to actually make sure that you're taking all of the steps and that you're really applying yourself. This is very application focused, that you're applying yourself to what it is that you want. Okay, so let's get some more energy. We'll take 4 more cards for the Magician, please. Thank you for being here. Thank you for these messages. Okay, please show us clearly. Thank you. Okay, I don't usually read reversals. I don't keep cards reversed in the deck, but if they fall on the table or if they flip in the reverse, I will generally leave them there. So, you know, letting the cards speak as they want to. 1 more card, please. And 1 more card, please. Thank you. Okay, so what we have here is the Emperor, the 7 of Wands. Oh, I feel like I have to sneeze. The Sun card in reverse. Here it goes. Oh no, it's gone. Okay. And the Queen of Cups. All right, and I'll take a look at the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. Is that? There we go. Page of Swords. All right, so the Emperor energy. Emperor, 7 of Wands, Sun reversed, and Queen of Cups. So generally, I like to see the Sun card upright, but even if it's in the reverse, it's still very positive. To me, that just means that the happy ending, the desired outcome, the manifestation, whatever you're hoping for is on the way. It's just going to take some time for it to come to fruition. And I kind of think that most of us in this community know that anyway, because really all up through the first quarter, the first quarter of 2026, we're still shedding some 2025 energy until Aries season starts with a spring start. So that'll be with the spring equinox. So that makes sense to me that a lot of this is still in seed form. A lot of this is still in seed form, but we're laying the groundwork. We're laying the foundation. So the Emperor card, I see you being very focused and dogmatic and even a bit stubborn in your pursuit of this thing. So it doesn't seem like you're getting very distracted. You know, you're doing what you need to do to stay in focus, to organize your life, to come up with a strategy on how exactly I am going to, you know, organize everything, allocate everything so that I can achieve this thing. So it seems very structured. You know, I'm thinking of like project management. So like if you were like the project manager of your life, you know, dates, times, schedules, you know, planner, a to-do list, get this done, get that done, make these appointments. Like this has that very diligent spirit in it of, you know, again, getting your house in order. And with the Seven of Wands here, I feel like, you know, again, you're not getting distracted. It's like I'm not letting anybody get in the way of what's going on. If it's not in agreement, if it's not in alignment with the vision that I've set for myself here with this Page of Cups, if it doesn't resonate with my heart, I'm not doing it. So this could be made manifest as far as like, you know, you turning down dates with your friends, or, you know, if you had money saved to spend on a trip, instead of spending money on things that you don't need, you're going to start spending money to dedicate it to maybe saving it for something you need to buy, or like a course of study or something like that. So saying no in your environment, maybe in regards to finances, other relationships that don't resonate with the heart energy, anything that doesn't make sense to this future goal that you're trying to accomplish, you're saying no to it. And I feel like in the saying no to it, another reason the Sun card is showing up in reverse is that it's not easy. You know, it's hard sometimes, well, a lot of times, doing different things, you know, until they become the new normal. When you first start to do it, it's not going to feel normal at all. It might frustrate you. It might make you upset. You might feel a lot of remorse about it. You might, you know, you might be a little lonely. You might not be having much fun, or like having anybody. And, you know, these are sacrifices that we make for the things that we want. But I feel like with this Queen of Cups energy, you're definitely taking it easy on yourself. You know, I feel this is like a positive self-talk. This could even be people in your environment, or possibly a mother figure, or a water sign person, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or just anyone in your life who has the ability to bring you a soothing type of energy. You know, I'm imagining almost the Strength card, where the lady is stroking the lion or the tiger or what have you, and just it's kind of like, oh, they're there. Like I feel this very like they're there type of energy. Like you're doing everything you're supposed to do. Stay focused on your path. Keep putting your heart into your work. Keep dedicating yourself to where you have set your sights. And what we have here underneath this is the Page of Swords. I'm going to take another peek at what's underneath here. The Seven of Pentacles, and one more, and the Death card. Yeah, so this is all kind of just reiterating what I was already saying about some of the, you know, taking up the study, doing the research, paying really attention to even the internal environment. I feel you staying really close to yourself, to like monitor your internal thoughts, feelings, emotions, to understand, you know, how am I feeling? Am I staying patient with myself? Am I being moderate with myself? Am I getting enough rest? Am I drinking enough water? So there's definitely an element of self-care in this, and you waiting until you see the fruits of all of the hard work that you are putting in. So, you know, I'm not a person to always give like, haha, hopeful, positive outlook messages, but this one definitely is positive, because I'm feeling like this is a really good plan, like a really, really, really good plan to have for the Magician, you know, and you're recognizing also with this Death card that there are pieces and parts of you that might not be able to come along the journey with you. you know, and that's what you're saying no to, and that you're showing the willpower and strength to say no to these things. You know, I also think Emperor and Seven of Wands, you know, be careful that you're not being a butthole as you're expressing yourself, because it has that, you know, sometimes it's not what you say, but it's how you say it. So some people might be put off if you're you know, have any you know, if you've had to, like, say, turn down a girl's night out and you're like, I told y'all I can't go out with y'all and da 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 da. Like, it's kind of got that type of energy to it. So, like, nagging or, you know, saying things in a not so nice way. So just be mindful. Again, I'm glad to see the Queen of Cups here, because this is at least telling me that, you know, either within yourself or in your environment, you've got some support to help you with this transition. A lot of people might not understand what you're doing. They might not understand why you're doing it, but that should not stop you being misunderstood. And the other thing I wanted to mention is, because when I was initially looking at this, there was no swords energy, and I like to see swords energy whenever we're thinking about, like, strategizing something or putting your logic to use, because it helps me know that, you know, you're not doing this journey completely uninformed. You are learning along the way. You're taking different nuggets of information that you can get, but it does feel a little lonely. However, like I said, I feel like you're prepared for that. Like, this seems to me to be a person who is willing to make small sacrifices for long-term commitment. Okay, so right now I'm going to grab another deck so that we can close out with a message from the universe. I like these cards. I got them off Amazon, and that's why I'm using them. I'm using them because I like them. Okay. So many different cards and decks available now. All right, let me not ramble. All right, I'll give it one more shuffle. Okay. Closing. All right. Oh, look at this. I love it. Okay, it says, the journey wasn't the smoothest or the most pleasant lately, but everything is coming together. Your patience, strength, and perseverance will soon be rewarded. The wait is almost over. Hold on. And I think this is the perfect place to conclude this reading. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video about the One Energy and the Magician card for the month of January in 2026. Please like, subscribe, and share. I also hope that you like my nails. I just absolutely love getting my nails done. Anyway, I hope to see you really soon. Take care. Bye-bye.